Hello stars, welcome back to the fourth and final match with Living End in Modern. This hand is extremely borderline. I will keep it, but it's extremely borderline. If this Street Wraith doesn't hit anything, then we're in real trouble. Well, that is not good, but it's better. Yeah, well, now it kind of jumped in value a little bit. Gonna grab Stomping Ground. Oh, this is tough. I think I'm just supposed to go for the Fulminator Mage here. Now I need to draw lands basically, which I have been very good at doing the previous matches, so hopefully we will find a land. Or nothing. One land and we can... Alright. Well, they're also stuck on lands, which is good. Land. Any land. My kingdom for a land. Okay, so they discarded a World Breaker. Interesting. That is usually a pretty good plan. Oh no, I can cycle that. Ooh. I could also go for that plan. Discarding stuff. Which I think you're gonna do here. I'm gonna discard Avalanche Riders. Now they drew and the correct piece too. Oh no. Land. Come on. No. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Okay. So they'll have Tron up now, probably go for a Karn and exile one of my lands because they're douches. Wormcoil would be somewhat annoying as well. 4, 7, 10, 12, 16, 21, 23... I have 26 points of damage plus a violent outburst. And I will lose my two biggest things. I guess they will block Jungle Weaver and Pale Recluse. 3, 6, 10, 12, 14, 17. So it will be lethal with an outburst. So now they have to decide what to do here. They could play Oblivion Stone. Yeah. They could. And a Chromatic Star, okay. So what to do now? I can go for a Beast Within on the Oblivion Stone. I could go for a Beast Within on one of the lands. Depends on what my opponent finds here. So unless they have drawn a land... Okay, Power Plant. Have they played a land this turn? No. Fulminator Mage. Well, that will do. So they drew a power plant, so we're gonna go for... Should never go for the tower. Oh, we already have a tower in the graveyard, alright. Going for the tower. I'm not in a hurry, I mean... It's fine. There's the power plant. Oh, come on! That's so unfair! Like the one of Mainboard Relic. Yeah, now we are in deep trouble here. So we can... I just don't think he will tap out. I don't think that's an option, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure my opponent... Oh, I don't have anything... Yeah, I have the Demonic Drain. I don't think my opponent will tap out. So let's see. I guess we go for a violent... If we beast within this, he will crack it, which is like, that's just how it's gonna go. And the same will obviously happen with violent outburst. If I beast within this and he doesn't pop it, then I'm in pretty good shape. I think it's better to beast within. I know I have a lot of cascaders ready to go, but I think this is better. Yeah. Now I can draw more fulminated mages and stuff. Ulamog, nice. Oh no, I don't have anything left to hit with now that I drew the forest. That's good. Yeah, I only have one plains. I don't think I have more forests. No. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. That relic was really backbreaking. Not hitting a land obviously was bad, but I didn't need to go for the last fulminated mage, but I did not expect a mainboard relic. I know they can have them, but it's very rare nowadays, I think. So what do I need to do? An avalanche rider would be nice to crack the third tower, or fulminated mage. Both works. So that I can win on board somehow. Yeah, I'm just dead. Drawing 5 cascaders and a living end is basically drawing 4 dead cards. Alright, let's bring in Avalanche Rider and Beast within. And we will bring out our big guns. I don't like losing the first game. But that relic, man. We could have easily defeated 2 World Breakers, but that relic... And there was no way he was going to tap out for it either. Or tap out so he couldn't use it. They're never gonna do that. So if they have a turn 1 relic, what do? I can't do anything about that. I can not cycle and beast within it. Or I can try to play to the board instead. Like play Fulminated Mage and not use it. Yeah, Relic is a very good card against Living End. So now they're gonna have 4 at least mana or graveyard things. And they could just do what they did this turn, just don't play anything and discard stuff. That's a thing. We could bring in Fairy Macabres for that. I think we will win if they do that, because we can fill up our graveyard. Even though their creatures are bigger, we can easily get enough stuff into the graveyard. But sure, if they go turn 1 discard, turn 2 discard, and then start playing lands and relics, that will be tough to beat. So maybe we do want a Ferromacabre. We will see. Yes. Alright. So I'm actually gonna start with... If they have a turn 1 relic, what is the plan? What is the plan? Because I can start with Bloodstained Mire to cycle Deadshot Minotaur. That way a turn 1 relic just eats the land and then I get to untap, but I don't have a Spirit Guide, so I can't go off next turn anyway, and I'm not sure if I would want to. Fantastic. Oh, the joy. Alright. Okay. And I can't go off next turn because I only have Demonic Dread and it doesn't work. Spirit Guide would still be a very good draw, so I can cast Avalanche Riders. So I have 2 Spirit Guides and 4 Fulminator Mages that would be good draws. Unless this is a relic, because then pretty screwed. Guess I can have Warping Whale. Or Negate. Who knows? Alright. Beast Within. Okay, that works. Oh, and we did draw the Spirit Guide. That is actually even better. I'm gonna use it now while I still have a good use of it. And then next turn I just don't pay and use Beast Within, and then I have a target for Demonic Dread. I could have done it the other way around, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's as good. Hoo-ha! Do you have more lands? Do you have Relic? No! No land, please. No land, please. It doesn't really matter. Okay, no land. Whew. Be gone. Stupid relic. Now I didn't get to blow up the land, but now it doesn't matter because he missed his land drop. No. No relic, please. Okay, Sylvan's crying. I'm not sure if I can beat that either, but I could not beat a relic this turn. That's for sure. Let's see. I'm gonna play that, play this, red, black, something. Cascade, cast, cycle. Okay. Fetch. Cycle. Alright. That's still pretty good. What did I destroy? Power plant. So I'm gonna go for the power plant. 4, 8, 12, 15, 18. Not sure what you could have, but it has to be something pretty good. Yeah, I mean, you did good. Could run so many lands. Yes! Alright. There's still nothing I can do. I don't have my ingot chewers. I mean, we could probably cut a ricochet trap. Oh crap. I'm not sure what kind of bug this is, but it's kinda annoying. Cause you rarely want to take out anything. I mean, we could bring out 2 main board beast withins, and we can trim avalanche riders, and we can trim the expensive cyclers. But against something like control, right now we have 3 ricochet traps and 1 living end. That's a lot to bring in compared to what we have to bring out. So maybe we can like go down 1 ricochet trap, maybe go down a kitchen finks, and maybe go down all kitchen finxes and use brindlebores instead. I'm gonna gamble on this. The triple beast within is a bit awkward, but if this cycles into a land and we find a... Is this a black version as well? Why is this so popular? What do you have? Come on. Ursa's power plant. Alright. All I need to do is hit lands, and we might be in decent shape. That is not a land. I'm actually gonna cycle this first because it's so restrictive, the mana wise. Alright, that's a land. Now we have a double cycle, and then we have Beast Within for days. Ugh. Ah well. I mean, they're gonna take the outburst. Why is this such a... I mean, I don't get me wrong, Collective Brutality is good, but why would you want it in Tron? What are you... I mean, people discard them. People discard them for... with like lingering souls and stuff. What is your plan? I'm just gonna fill up the graveyard here. Demonic Dread, that's pretty good. If they don't have, for example, a land here or a relic, we are in good shape. They have one of these things. That's pretty awkward because he just drew another Cascader, but that's just how it is. And I think if they don't play a land there, I think you're gonna go for the marsh. Actually, they did have a land and it's a forest. Well, then I might go for the power plant. No, yeah, it's a tough call here. Grab swamp. I'm gonna go for one of these two. Let's just go for the power plant. I think that's the best. Then we can go for Avalanche Rider on the forest. Maybe it's good to go for the Blooming Marsh and then next turn kill the forest. But I mean, leaving them without Tron pieces at all, they only have one card that matters, and that's the relic. Which they have. Maybe. It's exciting. Next turn I'm gonna go for Avalanche Riders. Oh crap, that's not good. I don't want that. Going for the forest here because it's a basic, obviously not attacking. Then we might have to suspend Living End. It depends on our draw and what my opponent is doing. If we beast within one more land, they will hit for 6. See, I block here, obviously, if they attack. No. Probably pretty good for them to not attack. Architect of Will. I could cast that. No, I can't. I don't have blue mana, that's right. I'm gonna cycle. Yeah, I mean, I think it's better to go for the living end here. It is risky. I will go to 10 and then I will go to 4 and then living end comes off. And they can easily find a relic. But that's... Then we could draw on a violent outburst and do it in response to a relic crack. Okay. Probably the draw for the turn would be my guess. So 10. Oh, that's right, I don't take 6 next turn, I only take 3. Okay, that's kind of ridiculous, but alright. I shall go for the tower. So I go to 7 and then I go to 1. Hoping that collective brutality is not a thing. Oh, you have a counter? No. Power plant. Yep. Street Wraith. No, but I can cast it next turn. I could cast it now to block, but I can't cycle it, so... Now, what do I go for? I have to go for another Tron piece here, unfortunately. If they have Collective Brutality number 3, then they have Collective Brutality number 3. I mean, it's not much I can do about that. What do we have? Power plants. So I go for another power plant. Then I get back a good squad. An Avalanche Rider can kill... If they don't play another Tron piece, I can kill Blooming Marsh, I guess. Ah, that's so brutal. No. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work, mate. Oh, you have more? Ah, come on, that's not fun. You had more. Why? It doesn't work. One Cascader and we would have won this, I think. Let's see. So, I mean... Yeah, there's nothing we can do here, really. We had to go for the lands, and he collected brutality both our Cascaders. I mean, we had... What is it? 6 outs. Plus, I mean, for several turns. Yeah, otherwise we would probably have won. Oh, I can't cycle it. Boo. Yeah, but Violent Outburst would have done it. Or Demonic Red. Or not Warping Whale. But it's fun though. It's fine. Next card is probably the Cascader. No, Avalanche Riders. That wouldn't have done it either. There we go. Alright, let's go to the deck tech and see. So, I'm kind of pleased with the main board. As I've stated several times now, I like Fulminator Mage Riders package. I think it gives the deck another angle to work with. It's not unreasonable to play a few Spirit Guides. I like 2, if I'm gonna run any at all. And I like to have 2 Beast Withins in the main, just to have an out against stuff, like an Ensnaring Bridge, for example. I'm running 19 lands. That might be 1 land too much. We could potentially run Keswick Wolf run. Some decks do that. But that's very sketchy, I think, because Keswick Wolfram casts like Beast Within, Avalanche Riders, and maybe pay 1 for the Cascaders, but it doesn't help on turn 1 or turn 2. It could potentially do something on turn 3. And so if we have a hand with Wolfram Forest, that's very sketchy. That's very, very sketchy. So I don't know if we're gonna change anything main, but in the sideboard we definitely could use Ingot Chewers. I like Angers against the fast decks. We could cut all the Finks and bring in 2 Brindlebores. Do I have to? Yeah. And then we could cut a Ricochet Trap. And we could add... I don't have any. Boo. Like 2 Ingot Chewers. And we might not need the extra pieces. Maybe we don't need the last Avalanche Riders. I mean, now if we're facing a control deck, we bring in 2 Ricochet Traps, an Avalanche Rider, a Living End perhaps. It depends on what type of control it is. And we could bring in the Ingot Chewers also. We would remove like Beast Withins, maybe Spirit Guides, because going off fast doesn't matter. It could be a thing. If we're facing aggro, we have 5 cards to bring in. The problem is not to bring in cards, the problem is to go down on cards. We could run Dismembers. We could run Shriekmaws, and we could obviously also run Expertise, like the black one or the red one. We could do that, but in my opinion, they're worse. They're so bad. If we use this, we might kill off a few creatures before getting to play our Living End. That's horrible. That's so bad. It's extremely bad. And that's just paying 3 mana for pay 3 mana, discard a card, play Living End, which is okay, but it's only good once you have drawn Living End. So right now we have 3 bad draws in the deck. If we add 1 or 2 of these, we have 5 bad draws in the deck, unless we make 2 bad draws come together. Had they been like, I don't know what we would have wanted to see, like draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, play something, then maybe we could have worked with it, but I don't know. Yeah, so Ingot Chewers should probably be in. They're good against Chalice. I still don't know, after all these years, why people bring in Graf Digger's Cage. Creature cards can't enter the battlefield from graveyards, and Living End says exile all creatures from your graveyard, then put them from the battlefield into the graveyard, and then bring in all exiled creatures. They enter from exile, not from graveyards. So if you didn't know that, now is your chance to learn. This doesn't work against Living End. It doesn't. So don't bring them in. They're horrible. They don't stop anything. At least not that I know of. Yeah, so we might not need a 4th Living End in the board. I never really liked it. You can run it, but that's for the very grindy matchups. Maybe we don't need 3 Fairy Macabres right now. Could be good. We might not need a 4th Avalanche Riders. That might be overkill. We might just bring in the Beast Within. Maybe we can get room for more Ingot Chewers. I'm actually running a white source, just so you can cast Pale Recluse if that ever comes up. I mean, it's a very small thing, but it comes up from time to time. We could run, since I'm running that, we could run, where are you? Or maybe it doesn't, I'm thinking of the Wispmare. It's like this. There we go. Wispmare could work. Evoke for 1 white, we can destroy an enchantment, like Rest in Peace, for example. That could also be something that we can work with. Then we might need a second white source, since we only have 4 fetches that can grab Golden Shrine, and I guess Pale Recluses then. That might be something we should look into. But overall, I'm very happy with Living End. I've always liked playing it, because you have such a solid plan. At least with this configuration, I think. Because you go turn 1 and 2 you cycle, turn 3 and 4 you play land destruction, maybe you take some damage, and then you can cascade. And if that's not a viable option, like let's say your opponent played a Rest in Peace, a 4-4-4-5 that has to attack is not something you would play, but a 4-4 is still a 4-4, it's pretty big. It outclasses a lot of threats in Modern. So you could win with crap beatdown as well. That has happened a lot of times before, so that is completely possible. With that said, I think we should end it there. I'm gonna jump in and do a draft now, I think. So now I've tried Living End for a few matches. I like it. Will I play it in GP Copenhagen? I don't know. It is good against Tron and the mana decks, the big mana decks, which is a pretty big portion. It's pretty resilient to Blood Moon, and if Dredge continues to fall in popularity, it could be a good spot to sneak in with Living End. It's not impossible. I have a few brews left that I want to try out. What did I call it? Instant control, right? I think it was like that. We will see shortly. Hang on. Come on, Medic Online. There we go. The plan here was I added every instant in blue and white that I could find, and then I added Supreme Verdict and Wall of Omens as sorceries. That's the only thing. So I mean, I've added one of each card that I could consider playing. So the idea here would be that we never tap out on our turn, and then we can go for counter spells, removal, creatures that are counter spells, card draw, gear hulks. I mean, only stuff with flash or that are instants. I also found this, the Vedalken Ethermage is kind of sweet because every creature basically that has flash is a wizard. Teferi, Venser, and where are you? Snapcaster Mage and Click. So it's kind of a good toolbox card. Maybe we'll test that. And I also have a light black splash at the moment. I think Mystical Teachings is something you would want. If they don't do anything, then you can teach for a good card or spell, or you know, Commandeer. Commandeer is a sweet one. So this is something I'm working on. Maybe we will get to that. I also have another plan for blue-white. I haven't added anything yet, but it would be basically, it would be a Rest in Peace in the main board. Yes, I know, but stay with me here. Where are you? You are here somewhere. Rest in Peace. It would be Suppression Field, because that's awesome. It is here somewhere. Stops fetches, stops planeswalkers. It doesn't stop it, but it's, you know, it's pretty good. Then we would run Mist Hollow Griffin as our win condition, since you can cast it from exile. And then we could also run Disrupting Shoal. It's like Force of Will, but you have to have the exact mana cost. This stops like Scape Shift, it stops some planeswalkers, it stops a lot of things, and that would be kinda decent. And with Rest in Peace, this would always get exile, so it's a recurring threat. And it was something else. Yeah, I don't know, but this could be kinda sweet. This stops expedition maps, and stuff like that. Tron would obviously be a problem, so maybe we would need some kind of land destruction or stuff like that, but that's just a brew in my head that could work. Mist Griffin is not the best threat in existence, but if you can recast it over and over and over and over again, it's pretty good. And the rest in peace stops like Tarmogoyfs and Scavenging Ooze and what have you. So that's what I'm working on right now. So stay tuned and we will see what I bring next. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/magicgatheringstrat.